सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नम ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते महाविष्णु गोस्वामिनिति नामिने। नम ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं दैवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। तो श्रीमद भगवत गीता एज इट इज की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भागवतम की जय। श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय। जय श्री नेक्टर डिवोशन की जय। श्री निताई गौर चंद्र प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा। So welcome everyone today. We've been having few very interactive discussions for the last couple of weeks, and I wanted to raise a question. Not a question. We know about this. It's a question and answer here by us only, interactive. Um, whom do you call a devotee? This question is asked. Who is a devotee? So generally, devotees say, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, anyone whom you see who reminds you of Krishna is a devotee. Now, Mahaprabhu has said many definitions, but this is one definition which is very much, devotees like it very much. Ah, okay, that's correct. And this is very good. Now, let us understand this. Seeing someone who reminds you of Krishna is a devotee. Is it not? Is it correct? It's correct. Absolutely right. So, even neophyte devotees who just became a devotee chanting Hare Krishna, telling his friends and family, I'm becoming, trying to become a devotee. So, anybody who sees him, this is a Krishna devotee. So, he's a devotee. Is it not so? Is it not so? Yes or no? Yeah. So, but this may also leave us a little bit of confused to say then what about some advanced devotee? If this is also a devotee, then what about other devotee? Yes, he's also a devotee. So everybody is a devotee. So this was a question raised, and they could not find a clear definition who's a devotee. Because it's a very big definition. And it is a correct definition too. From anyone whom you see reminds you of Krishna is a devotee. Because devotee means devoted, beloved. Devoted, I am devoted. A woman may be devoted to a man may be devoted to a woman, or a dog, or a cat, or mouse, alligator, lion, tiger, whatever it is. But devoted. So seeing somebody say, hey, he's a lover of a tiger. He has a tiger pet, lion man. No, even lion. So seeing him, remember lion. Similarly, a devotee, if you see him, reminds you of Krishna. So that is the correct definition to that extent. Uh, no, absolutely right. But that means seeing all of you, all of us, including me, people are reminded of Krishna. Oh, you're a Krishna devotee. Bhagat has come. Somebody told me you're a Bhagat. He forgot my name here in New Zealand. So, oh, you're Bhagat. I said, what Bhagat? I was laughing so much. You're a Bhagat. No. So I'm not a devotee. But remember, now tell me, how does this definition fits us? What do you think? Is a good definition? It is a good definition. Do you want to accept it as a definition? Because many people remind you, say, see you, and reminded of devotee, reminded of Krishna. So you are a devotee too, according to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Is it not so? But are you a devotee? Who would claim yourself to be a devotee? I would not claim myself, but Mahaprabhu has said you are a devotee. Interesting, isn't it? Mahaprabhu says you are a devotee. So we have a big responsibility in our hands. But I have a big reservation for myself on that big broad-based definition. Because out of magnanimity, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave the definition that a devotee is one seeing whom you are reminded of Krishna. I said, no, it's not. But that means people are reminded of Krishna because of me. That's not right. I'm not a devotee. So that's why a perfect devotee, I put a topic today when I came across a very nice, wonderful definition of this. That a perfect devotee is such that from whose description devotional service becomes defined. So devotional service is defined by a devotee's actions. Is a devotee. These are my 2 cents words here. Okay. Now, I'll open a question. It's a very open, simple question. Everybody knows about Krishna and his wonderful friend Sudama. Just if you raise your hands, if you know, raise your hands, please. All of you know about Krishna and Sudama. Wonderful. Can any one of you please narrate what happened in Krishna and Sudama pastime? Please, anybody. Don't raise your hand, just start. First come first. So, whatever you remember of the pastime. A little bit you remember, just say.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank
Yes,
you,
Hare Krishna.
Amrish Roji. Thank you, Hare Purna Padmavataji, and is Krishna Samapan
Your
Krishna
voice is
Prabhuji.
very low, Prabhu.
Am I audible now, Prabhu?
Yes, still a bit better, but still very low. Something is wrong.
Just a second, Prabhu. Is it any better now?
Now it is much better. Yes, please.
Thank you, Prabhuji, and thank you, Hare Purna Padmavataji and Krishna Samapan Krishna Prabhuji, for engaging us and for training us. So, what I remember from our discussion, we had the discussion of Krishna Sudama pastime. So, Sudama went to Krishna because his wife asked him to go to Krishna, but he was hesitant to disturb Krishna, and he was a very dear friend of Krishna. And when he went there, so Krishna worshipped him, and he washed his feet, but Sudama was very hesitant and he wanted to run away from there because he was very hesitant to accept service from Krishna, and Krishna was ready to do more and more service to his friend and his devotee. So, in the gist, I remember this pastime, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Wonderful. Anybody else, please, want to say anything more? Just start speaking. I can't see if you're raising your hands. Okay, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Her Grace Purnaragya Mataji, His Grace Nitish Prabhuji, and His Grace Krishna Sudama Krishna Das Prabhuji for training us. I just to add on to what Pradham Prabhu said, I remember that uh, Sudama was carrying like a small this thing of rice, just like uncooked rice with him, and he was also unwilling to offer it to Krishna, but Krishna accepted it still, even though it was very much marred in his like sweat and dirt and everything, and he accepted it. And I think there was this description of you saying that with the first handful of rice that Krishna took, he gave a lot of riches came to Sudama's house, and then with the second as well. And by the third time, Mother Rukmini stopped him because otherwise the riches would surpass all of the universe. And then, but when Sudama went back, he still was living in his own hut, like the small hut that he was living in, because he, I think, I do not remember the exact descriptions, but something along the lines of that he just wanted to remember Krishna, and he still did not live in the palatial houses that Krishna had given him, something like that. I'm not very sure.
Yeah, I don't know about the last part, but
Yeah, I'm not very sure, Prabhuji. But
okay. Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Anybody else, please? Let us say anything more.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for taking the class. Thank you, His Grace. Her Grace Purnamataji and His Grace Krishna Sudama Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I do remember that Sudama became poor because he has eaten those rice which was uncooked, right? Which Krishna's and Sudama's guru, they have guru's wife, they have given those food to them, both of them, and he has also eaten the part of the food which was which was also given for Krishna, and Sudama ate those rice. So I remember this point, and that is why he has eaten the part of the food which was given to Krishna, so he became poor. That is, I remember that.
This is from folklore. This
Yeah.
story. Folklore. From grandmother, mother to you.
Yeah.
Okay. This is an old story, no? It comes in traditions in India. Yes, yes. Wonderful. Thank you. Anybody else, please? Okay. Nobody else? All right. So, what is of all the three, what you said, Wonderful. So, what did you learn from this first time? Let us hear from those who did not narrate from this, okay? So, others who said. So, please, who have not spoken yet, what do you learn from this pastime, which they have said?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, sir. Very good.
Thank you Prabhuji. Thank you Her Grace Panna Prajan Devi Asam.
A bit closer,
His
Prabhuji.
Grace Thank you His Grace Amrish Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Her
thank
Grace
you.
Panna
Hare
Prajan
Krishna.
Devi
Yes, yes,
Dasi
please, please,
Mataji
please.
and Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhuji, and thank you all the devotees.
Yes, sure, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, one thing I learned, like a pure devotee of Krishna doesn't want to take service from him. But Krishna
Okay.
is very excited to like help his devotees. Like Sudama was, like, as far as I know, he wasn't ready to go to Krishna readily. Like he tried other ways, but on his, like, his wife asked him to go. Like उन्होंने काफी जिद करी Then he went there, and Krishna readily helped him very much, like more than needed. So that is the thing I learned.
Okay, thank you. Yes, others, please. Want to hear from everybody else also? Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Thank you very much, His Grace Amish Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Hare Grace
Radha.
Mataji. And thank you very much, His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhuji. So Prabhuji, I knew this story. I never read it, this story, but I knew this story because I remember when I was a child, there's a Krishna serial used to come, and I have seen this story in the series. That's why I did not narrate, because I'm not sure 100% how genuine is this. But from I can say a few things more, and then I will share the realization, Prabhuji.
No, now just say, what did you learn from this?
Yes. So, Prabhuji, you always say that, koi na rakhe bhar murari. So, the Krishna, even the small potli of the cheap rice, Krishna was satisfied because it's given by with so much love from Sudama and his wife. So, he accepted as it is, and he did not, think about that it's come from the poor family or how it made and how dusty it is or anything, but he accepted it because it's so much love. And then because he took it, and then he always gives something, so he gave they become the rich, the Sudama and his family after that. So this is the realization, Prabhuji, that Krishna never keeps anyone's thing with
Thank
him.
you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Amrish Prabhuji, Purna Pragna Mataji, and Krishna Sudama Krishna Prabhuji for taking these classes. One thing which I learned from this story, actually, I was thinking about even Sudama was his very old friend. He was hesitant to go to Krishna and offer those rice. When his wife forced him to go to Krishna, then only he went there. And when you expect something from Krishna, he gives you more than that. He, without even asking, he knows that what you want. And just the story I remember, my grandmother used to tell me this story that when you offer this, when Sudama offered one handful of rice, he gave like there are three lokas, and he gave one of the lokas, and the second handful of rice he gave another loka, and Rukmini Mataji stopped him. So everything will belong to Sudama, and you will have nothing. So how compassionate, how Krishna is, like he gives everything when you devote yourself or when you ask him. That's what I learned. When you surrender to Krishna, he does everything for you. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, and Hare Krishna Pragya Devi Dasi
Yes,
Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Prabhu for organizing this class. Yes, Prabhuji, this is a very famous pastime, and I also heard the folklores and the pastimes is very, very, everybody knows that. So yes, Prabhuji, I learned one thing that the pure devotee, the mood of pure devotee is not to take or any service from Krishna. Give service and not taking service, and and Krishna is very eager to serve or protect his devotees, and yeah, because and whatever we offer with love. That is the main ingredient. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, Hare Grace Punpage Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhu for training us and actually teaching all these instructions. So yes, Prabhuji, I have also seen this actually past time as a part of Mahabharata when I was small. So I remember that, and also I heard in our program as well. So for me, what highlights actually for as a devotee is that yes, that Sudama, actually he was in a very poor condition. He was going through many material difficulties, so many. Because for us, as soon as we are in any difficulty, we go and actually pray to Krishna. Krishna, please save us. Give me that. Give me that. But Sudama, he was a friend of Krishna. Actually, it was such a loving relationship. He played with Krishna when I was small. So for me, actually, if I have somebody so close, it's quite natural to actually reveal your mind or ask, for the help. But actually, Sudama was so devoted. He was pure. Actually, his love for Krishna was pure, and as everybody said, he did not want to take any service from Krishna. So, still, even a difficult situation, actually, he didn't ask for any material benefits, from him. Even he was actually pushed by his wife, So even he went, his demeanor was very low key. He never announced that he was my friend or anything. And even actually the chipped or pop rice, whatever you call it, I think even actually it was with him. He didn't actually think that it is appropriate to offer to the Krishna. So, but actually Krishna, as he knows everything, is Antaryami. So he actually returned, actually in 1,000 folds. So this is actually what I learned, Prabhuji. That is a main learning for me.
Okay, thank you very much. Anybody else?
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, all the devotees, for their nice points and realizations. And as rightly pointed out by most of you, I agree that we should not take service from Krishna, and also that whatever we offer to Krishna, love is the important ingredient. I was just thinking, as all of you have shared, when heard this pastime from my elders since when we were young. In Marathi, we used to say Sudamache pohe. That is how it was called, the story. And there's just a few points that I felt highlighted. One was that Sudama was spreading the glories of Krishna because he was in the Sandipani Muni ashram studying with him, right? So before going to Krishna, even his material condition was very bad. Like they did not have even a morsel of grain of food in the house. But whatever was there, he would always offer to Krishna. This is what I've heard, So, as I say, it's not, it's saying like Krishna doesn't see what you have offered him, but sees what you have not like left behind. So somebody may have $1,000 and they may offer $10, and somebody has $10 and they offer $10. There's a lot of difference in that, just on the material aspect of it. But obviously that's besides the point. The point that I was trying to make is that Krishna had only two friends, Sudama and Arjun. As Sudama considered Krishna as his friend, but Krishna also considered Sudama as his friend. So that just, for me personally, I think that just takes that personality to a completely different level. And when he was insisted by his wife to go, of what I heard, please correct me if I'm wrong, Prabhuji, that he went there because he wanted to meet Krishna. He didn't go there personally because he wanted to ask for Krishna's favor or anything. The only purpose of him was his love and affection to meet Krishna, and that was the only purpose, and that cannot be hidden from Krishna. We may show outwardly many things, but what is inside of us, only it's revealed to Krishna anyways. So So that shows us how our conduct or our behavior should be. If we really love someone, and if we are all trying to love Krishna, then how, he didn't have to try to love Krishna, he loved Krishna. So that's another big difference, At least for me, I feel I'm trying. Why do you have to try? It should just come out naturally, isn't it? And the other thing I felt is that when Sudama reached the palace of Krishna, and how Krishna washed his feet, and the queens were also very surprised first, and then but they all followed what um, followed Krishna's kind of supported Krishna's actions. So Krishna is authority, and I'm thinking that in our life, when there is an authority, and an authority is respecting a pure devotee, or acknowledging a pure devotee, then sometimes if we don't understand, we should accept, and then things get revealed. I feel that that point came across, and this has happened in the case of Srila Prabhupada, where many times devotees have said, over a period of time it was revealed to them, and they realized, and we all also realized, like when we first talk about Srila Prabhupada, or first we heard about Srila Prabhupada, what we felt, and now how we are, over a period of time, new nectar and realizations come in. So I think that pure devotee of the Lord is it's very important to keep your so you have all your senses which are functioning when you're meeting people, and we all do our judgments and this and that, and we form our opinions and everything, but we have to, when we are trading in the spiritual realm, I think we have to keep those transcendental your eyes open, and your thoughts open, and see what's happening around it, and acknowledge that. So I think it's very important because Krishna is very, very very, very happy if we serve a pure devotee, and on the other hand, if we don't, then there is not good consequences. So I think just highlighting for me it was just highlighting the importance of a pure devotee, and how we should be behaving in our lives as well. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you very much, Hare Krishna. All done? Everybody's done now?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Amrish Prabhuji.
Hari Bol?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, we can't hear you, Mother. Hare Krishna.
Is it audible? Am I audible now?
No, now you're audible. Yes, please.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Amrish Prabhuji. Thank you, Her Grace Purna Pragya Mataji. His Grace Samarpan Krishna Prabhuji.
You're not audible, Mother. You're still not very low. Can't hear you.
Hare Krishna, am I audible now?
Not yet.
Prabhuji, I'll join again. I think there is some issue with my...
Okay, you want to rejoin? No problem. We'll continue the conversation now. We'll continue with it. Okay, Hare Krishna. Right, Hare Krishna. So, the topic of discussion here, a perfect devotee is such that from whose description devotional service becomes defined. A true, it is a go brahmana hitaya cha. Krishna is Go means cow, Brahman means Brahmanas, Hita means their interest. So Krishna is very much interested in Brahmanas and the cows. Why Brahmanas and the cows? Because Brahmanas, they follow Brahmanical culture. It is not by birth that Brahmanical culture is followed. Okay, it has to be obtained. Now it's not that okay, now you become Brahmana, I give you Brahmana, so you wear a thread and you chanting Gayatri, so I become Brahmana. No, these are qualities of Brahmana. One of the qualities of Brahmana is that he's poor. Why is he poor? Because Brahmana does not go and work. Not allowed to go and work. He begs for charity, he can beg. There are those who work for somebody. Okay. Then there are those who don't even beg. Who will, whatever is kept on the streets, they find something, they'll give it. Or somebody gives charity, they take it. They'll not go out and beg also. This is how they maintain their family. This is the reason why Krishna and they utilize their whole time in being Krishna conscious. They're freed. Because if you've got job, business, mercantile, you've got so many headaches going on. This problem, that problem. Here you don't have anything. So you dedicate your time in cultivating your bhakti. Just imagine this. You do not go out to work. So where will the money come from? On its own accord. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that those who do not work to get their livelihood or whatever, it comes on its own accord is very dear to me. This Brahmanical quality. How many of us are prepared to be like that? Or prepared to be wives of that kind of person? Oh God. All right. So these are qualities of Brahmana, and you cannot be birth by birth, I'm a Brahmana son, so I'm also a Brahman. No, it's not that way. Okay. So Krishnas, when you're ready, let us look at this verse. This a pure, perfect devotee is such that from whose description devotional service becomes defined. These are qualities of Sudama defined in 2 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. And it's beautiful. It's absolute nectar. But provided by the mercy of Guru Maharaj, we really spend time. Otherwise, just read it and say, oh, that's fine, let's go on. Let's move on. Next verse. Done. Next verse. So we'll do that. We do both, okay? We read it out and say, okay, wonderful. Next verse. And we say, no, hold on. Let us see this now. What is this? Vishwanath, when you're ready, please. Okay. So let us see this verse. All right, 1086. Shishuka uvacha Krishnasyasit sakha kaschid Brahmano Brahma Vittamaha Virakta Indriyartheshu Prashantatma Jitendriyaha. Okay, let's see the translation now. Translation. Shukdev Goswami said, Srila Prabhupada's disciples ki Jai. Shukdev Goswami said, Shri Shukdev Goswami said, Lord Krishna had a certain Brahmana friend named Sudama, who was most learned in Vedic knowledge and detached from all sense object enjoyment. Furthermore, his mind was peaceful and his senses subdued. Okay, first up, just go. Okay. Go back to the verse, Krishna. Thank you. Okay, so it's very simple. Sri Shukdev Goswami said, Lord Krishna had a certain Brahmana friend named Sudama, who was most learned in Vedic knowledge and detached from all sense enjoyment. Furthermore, his mind was peaceful and his senses subdued. Done. Next verse. No, we'll go back there. Stop. Let's come to this verse now. Let us meditate upon this very nicely, okay? Just be with me. Shri Shuka Uvacha, Shri Shukadeva Goswami said, Krishna Syasid Sakha Kaschid, Krishnasya Asit, means of Krishna, of Lord Krishna. Krishnasya means of Krishna, Lord Krishna. Asit means close also, it means there was. Sakha means friend, named Sudama. Kaschit, a certain friend. Now come Brahmano Brahma Vittamaha. So now the qualities are given of this Brahman, of this Sudama. What is the first quality? He's a Brahmano, he's a Brahman. Why is he Brahman? Brahma Vittamaha. Brahma means Vedas. Vittamaha means most learned. So he was most learned in Vedic scriptures. The first quality. Okay. As I said, if you can just go past, and second way is that we really study this Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj's particular way. Okay, so let's see this. Brahmano Brahma Vittamaha. Then third line is Virakta Indriyartheshu. Virakta means he was detached. Virakta means detached. Indriya Artheshu. Artheshu means where something is to be got, business is to be done. Indriya, with the objects, with the senses. So, Virakta Indriya Artheshu, meaning Virakta means detached from Indriya Artheshu, from the objects of sense enjoyment. These are the fourth quality again. He was detached from the objects of sense enjoyment. So not the senses, but the objects which attracts the senses. He was detached from that. Indriyartheshu. If one is not detached from the objects that give senses pleasure, one will always be attracted. So this is the meaning of it. Virakta Indriyartheshu. Is another quality. Then he says, last line, Prashantatma Jitendriyaha. Prashantatma. Prashanta means peaceful. Atma, whose mind. He's very Prashant Atma. He's very peaceful all the time. This is meaning. His mind was very peaceful. That's what Guru Maharaj wanted us to do, us to be. Prashant Atma. Jitendriyaha. Jita means conquered. Indriya means whose senses. So, who was completely peaceful in mind and whose senses are completely conquered or subdued. So, these are the qualities in three lines. Brahmano Brahma Vittamaha. Brahmana Brahma Vittamaha means knowledge in the Vedas. Virakta, this is what a Brahmana should do. A Brahmana should be knowledgeable in the Vedas. That is the real meaning of Brahmana, not just something else. Doesn't know about Vedas, know a little bit here, there, who does some yagna here, there, and some deity worship. That's not how it is. It's not Brahmanas. Then Virakta, Indriyartheshu, detached from the objects of the senses, sasa sense enjoyment. Object of senses means object of sense enjoyment. Prashanta Atma, Prashant Atma, Jitendriyaha. The last line. Prashant Atma, peaceful, whose mind is very peaceful. Jitendriyaha. So Atma means mind. Atma also means soul. Atma also means body. Okay? So Jitendriya, Jita means conquered, Indriya means senses. Right? So Shukadeva Goswami said, Sri Shukadeva Goswami said, of Lord Krishna there was first named friend named Sudama, a certain Brahmana in the Vedas, most learned, detached from the objects of sense enjoyment, peaceful whose mind conquered whose senses. Now let us come to the translation. Sudha Goswami said, Lord Krishna had a certain Brahmana friend named Sudama, who was most learned in Vedic knowledge and detached from all sense enjoyment. His mind was peaceful and his subdued. All right. Now, Srila Prabhupada mentions this, that there was a very nice friend, Lord Krishna. As a perfect Brahmana, he was very elevated in transcendental knowledge. And because of his advanced knowledge, Krishna, you can stop this person, thank you. And because of his advanced knowledge, he was not at all attached to material enjoyment. So understand this point. How one is detached from material enjoyment? With advanced knowledge. Now, knowledge is not only important. Knowledge by itself is not important. One has to digest it and implement it in one's life. Then one will be detached. Therefore, he was very peaceful. You see, then one can become peaceful. So, what is the peaceful formula? One has to be detached from enjoyment, sense enjoyment. How is it possible? By attaining knowledge, transcendental knowledge. One was fixed in it. And had achieved supreme control over his senses. So this is what Brahmanas do. This is what devotees do. I see myself light years away from this man. This means the Brahmana was a perfect devotee. Here we go. This is a perfect devotee. And unless one is a perfect devotee, he cannot achieve the highest standard of knowledge. So it is said in the Bhagavad Gita that a person who has come to the point of perfection of knowledge surrenders unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, correct? It is said that way. In other words, any person who has surrendered his life for the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead has come to the point of perfect knowledge, correct? And so far we thought, oh, I'm surrendering, I'm also becoming a perfect devotee. But when we see live example of what happens, have you achieved that? So in other words, any person who surrendered his life for the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead has come to the point of perfect knowledge, correct? So we have not achieved this. Why have we achieved it? Because we don't believe in this. If so, then by now we would have achieved perfect knowledge and surrendered to Krishna 100%. The result of perfect knowledge is that one becomes detached from materialistic way of life. Are we? Result of perfect knowledge. This detachment means complete control of the senses, which are always attracted by material enjoyment. The senses of the devotee becomes purified, and in that stage, the senses are engaged in the service of the Lord. At this stage, the senses are engaged. This is complete field of devotional service. This is complete field of devotional service mentioned here is one verse of Sudama's introduction. This is how Sudama Vipra, the Brahman Sudama, it was introduced in Srimad Bhagavatam. And when I read this, I said, I could not understand this. It blew out complete definition of devotees that I thought about myself. Hardly anything. That's why let's see again. Krishna, can you put this verse again, please? Shri Shuka Uvacha Krishna Syasid Sakha Kaschid Brahmano Brahma Vittamaha Virakta Indriyartheshu Prashantatma Jitendriyaha. So, Brahmano Brahma Vittamaha. It's a Brahmana, Brahma Vittamaha, knowledge in the Vedas. Virakta Indriyartheshu. Virakta means detached from the objects of the senses, of sense enjoyment. Indriyartheshu. Prasantatma Jitendriyaha. Prasantatma, completely peaceful in mind. Jitendriya, one who's controlled the senses. So one who controls the senses is completely peaceful in his mind. Why? Because it's detached from the sense enjoyment, object of sense enjoyment. How is it possible? Through Vedic knowledge. One who has studied the Vedas. And then he is a proper Brahmana. This is how it works, down to up. So this verse, if you meditate upon this verse, this gives a definition of a Brahmana, a devotee. That's what Prabhupada says. Without this, one cannot surrender unto Krishna. So we may study Bhagavad Gita so much, but if we do not have a role model to look for, we'll struggle. It becomes just theory. No matter how much we recite Bhagavad Gita, it will bounce off, completely bounce off. In cricket match, bounce off our head. Won't understand much. Now, can you go to the next verse, Krishna, please? Thank you. And then the next verse, Yadruchayopapannena Vartamano Gruhashrami Tasya Bharya Kuchailasya Kshut Kshama Cha Tatha Vidha. Okay, the first line. Yadruchayopapannena. It's a very important line. Yadruchayopapannena. This will define us very clearly where we stand in our bhakti. Vartamano gruhashramai tasya bharya kuchailasya kshut kshama cha tatha vidha. Okay, let's come to this synonyms now. Yadruchaya upapannena. Yadruchaya, of its own accord. Upapannena, by what was obtained. That means he lived life in a way that whatever he obtained, it came of its own accord without doing personal endeavor. He did not go out and do work. He did not make things happen. In devotional field, only for one reason it is allowed for you to make things happen. And what is that? If you are preaching. Only in preaching you are allowed to make things happen. Otherwise, devotee should be yadruchaya upapannena. Yadruchaya, of its own accord. Upapannena, by what was obtained. So if you are not preaching, if you are being a devotee and you still make things happen, you are still not doing things correctly. So pure devotional service is obtained like this. This is how pure devotional service is performed. And this can be studied in the Vedas. See the second verse, introduction of him. It completely blows out water from our baby. It just blows away. Where we are standing, what we are doing, nothing actually. Vartamano gruhashrami, Vartamano, existing, gruha ashrami, in the householder or in the household order of life. Tasya bharya kuchailasya tasya was poorly dressed. So just here, sorry, of him, bharya, the wife, kuchailasya was poorly dressed. Kshut, kshama, kshut, kshama cha tatha vidha. Kshut means from hunger. Kshama, emaciated. It's completely emaciated from hunger, saturated. Cha and tatha vida similarly. So it says that of its own accord, by what was obtained, he existed, existing in the household of life, order of life. This is how he existed in the household order of life. Of him, the wife, who was poorly dressed, from hunger, emaciated similarly. So when his wife was poorly dressed, she was so hunger, thin, frail. These are not some words to say, oh, wow, wonderful, so very good, one day very nice. Not for me though. I'm okay with my nice food and nice AC, nice bed, nice dress, nice this, nice that. No, that's not how it is. Pure devotional service is this. Anything else is not. But I use everything for Krishna. Sure. Do you? I have one temple at home. Wonderful. Everything I earn, offer to Krishna. Everything. Um, no. Some bit of it. Some bit of it. No, whatever I want to eat, I offer to Krishna. Oh. And whatever I buy for myself, offer to Krishna first. Wonderful. You are pure devotee of Krishna. but I'm offering. That's right. You are pure devotee of Krishna. Whatever you want to enjoy, you offer to Krishna, right? So are we using Krishna as our order supplier? In this case, what do you think? Krishna, I want to eat, so you eat. Krishna, I want to wear this dress, so you must I'm offering it to you. Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Prabhuji, I chant so nicely, but my mind goes here and there. What should I do? Yes, my mind also goes like this here and there. What should I do? Because we all are Ponga Pandit like this. I am also same way. What answer will I give? This is light years away from me, man. What I'm reading about Sudama, Vipra. So translation. Living as a householder, he maintained himself with whatever came of its own accord. Clean, bold. York delivery and finished. And living as a householder, he maintained himself with whatever came of its own accord. The wife of that poorly dressed Brahmana suffered along with him and was emaciated from hunger. I'm sure the wife will leave us. He is a useless guy. He doesn't even work. I cannot live with him. Court will say, you are absolutely right. He's supposed to. Hey, what kind of husband is he? He should beg. He should not be proper husband. Kicked him out. He said, I'm chanting Hare Krishna. So what? Is Krishna giving you money? Did Krishna give money to Sudama here? Did he come here? Tell me. We have lofty ideas. He was poor like this. He was poor not for one day. Was he poor for one day like this? In one day became very hungry. He was like this the whole life. His wife was married to him. She was poorly dressed. She was emaciated by hunger, completely hunger. They were living like this, without money, in hunger, in a hut, secluded. He was chanting Hare Krishna. He was very satisfied. This is pure devotee. When will that time come where I will start to think like this? Acting is a far away thing for me. I really require help. Please help. So Sudama's chaste wife was also poorly dressed, and whatever food she obtained, she gave it to her husband. Thus, she remained fatigued from hunger because husband had to be eaten first, and then the wife eats. Not now, Prabhu. He is useless husband. We kick him out. We don't want this kind of husband. We want husband who is in my hand packed like Krishna. He gives me all my riches. That's good. And the husband, yeah, yes, I will go and work. I will find out my job. I will do this and I will do that. And I'll get running here, there. But I'm chanting also. It's very difficult in Kali Yuga. Please excuse me, help. Of course it is help. Don't ask for me help. I'm also struggling like you. This is me I'm talking about. And these 2 words I'm floored completely. It took me so long to digest this. Wait, it's not over yet. We'll go to the third verse now. Krishnadas, can you go to the third verse, please? Number 8. So translation here is, living as a householder, he maintained himself with whatever came of its own accord. The wife of that poor Brahmana suffered along with him and was emaciated from hunger. Okay, let's come to 8. Pati vratapatim praha mlayata vadanena sa daridram sidamana vai vepamana bhigamya cha. That's one translation. What synonyms? So Prativrata, faithful to her husband. Who would be faithful to her husband if the husband cannot feed money, who feed my stomach and my dress sense and color and jewelry? I'll not be faithful. I'll find some other husband. Or I'll find some other wife who's not following me like this. That doesn't work like that. Anyway, Prativrata, faithful to her husband. Patim, to her husband. Praha, she said. What did she say? Mlayata, drying up. Vadanena, with her face. Her face was drying up. Sa, daridram. Sa means she. Daridram sa siddhamana vai. Siddhamana means distressed. Vai means indeed. Daridram means poor. She was poorly dressed. Daridram, poor. Siddhamana, dressed, distressed. Vai indeed. Vepamana bhigamya cha. Vepamana, trembling. Trembling. Vepamana, trembling. Abhigamya cha. Approaching. Abhigamya cha, and just see her position. Faithful to her husband, she said, drying up with her face, she, poor, distressed, indeed, trembling, approaching end. So what we thought, we were heard that his wife told him, you must go and approach Krishna. Ask him something. Because we are poor just tomorrow. We just became poor 2 days ago. Right? That's not the case here. They are poor all this life, whole life. And she was in complete distress and she was trembling out of fear, out of hunger. She followed her husband, poorly dressed. Whatever food somebody would offer to the Brahmana, she would go and offer to her husband first. And then what is remaining, children is there, and she would have lost. This is how women do. It's called chaste wife. And the husband should take care of the wife. Yeah, why not? He should go and do a job, 9 to 5 job. He didn't do it. He's a Brahmana. She knew it beforehand. But a Brahmana doesn't do a job, but very close to Krishna. Any Brahmana who follows like this is very close to Krishna. Krishna is go Brahman Hitayacha. So the chaste wife of the poverty-stricken Brahman once approached him. Her face dried up because of her distress. Trembling with fear, she spoke as follows. Okay, Krishna, can I stop now? Thank you. So at this stage, this is how the chaste wife of a poverty-stricken Brahman once approached him. Her face dried up because of her distress. Look at our faces of we're nice and full face. We have got chubby faces. That's not the case with them. Trembling with fear, she spoke as follows. Now, Sridhar Swami mentions this in the purport. They have given a reference of Sridhar Swami in the purport, saying that the chaste lady was especially unhappy. Why was she unhappy? This is how we require acharyas to explain us. She was unhappy because she could not obtain food to feed her husband. She thought it's her responsibility. And what did we think? He should bring food. Why is he? No, she could not get enough food to feed her husband. See the psychology difference? This is devotional life. What we have heard is stories, nice stories, very good stories, but what is the meaning of it? Nothing really. Krishna will give you, if you give them, we should not have asked for this after that. Good, live like this and don't ask. Further, second point she said, Sridhar Swami says, she was fearful to approach her husband. Why? Because she knew. Why was she fearful to approach her husband? Because she knew that. We think, oh, she was very strict with her, that's why she was fearful. No, she was fearful because she knew that he did not want to beg for anything other than devotion to the Supreme Lord. Wow! Hang on. Let us see. Let us understand this. Let's say rewind. Okay, let's rewind. Translation. The chaste wife of the poverty-stricken Brahmana once approached him. Her face dried up because of her distress. Trembling with fear, she spoke as follows. So Sridhar Swami explains. First point. The chaste lady was especially unhappy because she could not obtain food to feed her husband. First point. Second point. Further, she was fearful to approach her husband because she knew that he did not want to beg for anything other than devotion to the Supreme Lord. What planet does he live in? And she lives in. Now, how she asks her is a different class. We are not going to discuss that class today. But in our story, we say she asked her husband, please go, please go, please go, nagged him so much he went. It's not, she was very intelligently asking. Okay, all right, let's continue. Now, Prabhupada writes, wait for this. We have yet to understand, we have yet to get the punch, knockout punch is yet to come. This is nothing. All our big air, devotional service is gone by now. Wait, Prabhupada is yet to come and talk to us. Here we go, Prabhupada. Prabhupada in the Krishna book says this. Although the Brahmana friend of Lord Krishna was a householder, he was not busy accumulating wealth for a comfortable living. That draws us out completely. At least draws me out completely. Accumulating wealth for comfortable living. Therefore, he was satisfied by the income which automatically came to him according to his destiny. Right. I don't even believe in my destiny. I don't believe in destiny, although I give big lecture and bhashan. I don't believe in it. I want the money now, man. But this is how devotees should act. This is how devotees should act. Not otherwise. Everything else, up to you. If you find a devotee acting some other way, then you understand what level he is in. He is, of course, a devotee who chants Hare Krishna, but what level is he in? Who's our ideal? We have to choose. Wait, Prabhupada writes, this is the sign of perfect knowledge. What is the sign of perfect knowledge? Not one gives big bhashan like me. Prabhupada says, a man who is in perfect knowledge knows that one cannot be happier than he is destined to be. Same point about one has to believe in karma. Prabhupada writing this in a very different way. See how beautiful it is written by Prabhupada. A man who is in perfect knowledge knows that one cannot be happier than he is destined to be. Only then one is in perfect knowledge. Not that a devotee who is attached to his position, his money, his wife, his children, his family, his this, his that. In this material world, everyone is destined to suffer a certain amount of distress and enjoy a certain amount of happiness. We know this. In the past, Prabhupada has written this many times, correct? Yeah. The amount of happiness and distress is already predestined for every living entity. Do we agree with this? No one can increase or decrease the happiness of the materialistic way of life. The Brahmana therefore did not exert himself for more material happiness, but he used his time for advancement in Krishna consciousness. Right. So who's our Sudama Vipra is our ideal, right? This is what he did, not anybody else. Whom should we be following? Especially, Prabhupada writes further, especially he appeared to be very poor because he had no rich dress and could not provide very rich dress for his wife. And because their material condition was was not very opulent, they were not even eating sufficiently. And thus, both he and his wife appeared to be very thin. And we have got a problem of overweight. How to control my weight? What do I do? I will have, what do they call it? Intermittent fasting. 15 hours of fast, and then I'll gulp everything. If I don't eat, I got headache, I got backache, I got this ache, that ache. Here we go. But I'm a devotee. If somebody says, but you are not a devotee, what kind of devotional service are you doing? Why are you worried about my chanting? You worry about your chanting. No! You worry about your chanting. You must come to the temple, you must come to the service, you must go this donation, and then you are a devotee. Right! Now who's a devotee? Sudama is a devotee. Right, let's go further. Mother, you got the answers, Sushti Mataji, for your questions in these points? Right. Right. The wife was not very anxious for her personal comfort. So remove the misunderstanding, all right, from our folklore stories. The wife was not very anxious for her personal comfort, but she felt very concerned for her husband, who was such a pious Brahman. She was trembling. In the words it is mentioned, she was trembling out of fear. Correct? And Srila Siddhar Swami explains that she was trembling because she was fearful that her husband would not like begging for anything else except loving devotional service to Krishna. Here Prabhupada writes, she was trembling due to her weak health. And although she did not like to dictate to her husband, she spoke as follows. Listen, this story, past time, I can't go any further, all right? I'm stuck here. It is very difficult for me to digest all these things. I've yet to digest these things, okay? It's very difficult for me to understand these things. What I've done here is just made notes from all these places, and I'm trying to talk to myself with your help. Please help me. This is devotional service. When will the day will come where I'll become a devotee? I thought devotional service means chanting and dancing, and I go here and I read Bhagavad Gita and have prasadam and come and do and have and listen to this and go to sleep. And I'm gonna chant Mara, wake in morning, I'll do my job and I'll do this and go to sleep. Sare Gama Padarisa, Sare Gama Magarisa. I thought this is devotional service. Where is my prasadam? I will not come to this place when there is prasadam is not offered to me. See, what prasadam is very spicy. Oh, prasadam is very ghee. Well, what is nonsense going on? I have a special category. I am a Ras Malai. Without Ras Malai, I don't have a prasadam. Gulabs. There's nothing of that mentioned here, man. I'm very confused. Mahaprabhu said, Sankirtan. Chanting of the whole name together. So we chant whole name together, sing and dance, have prasadam. Absolutely right. Prabhupada did the same thing, but this is devotional service. Prabhupada had all prasadam when he could have. Prabhupada did not have, he did not have. But see here, trembling also different definitions are given. Although Bhagavatam says one thing, Prabhupada says something else to give us understanding. I'm telling you both. So we have to balance this. So, to help me understand this properly, with your kind permission, I'll like to repeat some points again. And I'll have to kick myself. Kashiras, can you go to 1086 please again? Shri Shuka Uvacha Krishna Syasit Sakha Kaschid Brahmano Brahma Vittamaha Virakta Indriyartheshu Prashantatma Jitendriyaha. Okay. So here the qualities of a Brahmana is given here. Of Sudama, Brahmano, Brahmanaha, Brahmavittamaha, Brahmana. So Krishna, Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, Shri Shuka Uvacha, Shri Sukadeva Goswami said, Krishna Syasit Sakha Kaschit. So Krishna had a certain friend by the name Sudama. Who was he? Brahmano Brahmavittamaha. So Brahmana. Brahmavittamaha means in the Brahma means Vedas. Vittamaha means most learned. Virakta Indriyartheshu. Virakta. Detached. From what? From the objects of the sense enjoyment. Prashantatma Jitendriyaha. Prashantatma. Prashant, very peaceful. He was peaceful, Atma, whose mind is Prashant Atma. Shant Atma, Prashant Atma. He is very peaceful in his mind. Jitendriyaha. Jita means conquer, Indriyaha means whose senses. Right. So Sri Sukta Goswami said, Lord Krishna had a certain friend named Sudama who was most learned. What? He was Brahmana, Vedic learned in the Vedas. He was detached from the objects of the sense enjoyment. He was peaceful in his mind and who had conquered his senses, subdued his senses. Great. Srila Prabhupada mentions this in the purport that as a perfect Brahmana, he is very elevated in transcendental knowledge. And because he is advanced in knowledge, he was not at all attached to material enjoyment. Therefore, because he was not attached to material enjoyment, he was very peaceful. And he had supreme control over his senses, not just control, supreme control. Here I'm talking something, my mind is gone somewhere else, flying. But he had complete control. This means this Brahmana was a perfect devotee. Because unless one is a perfect devotee, he cannot achieve the highest standard of knowledge. Bhagavad Gita also says this way, that a person who has come to the point of perfection of knowledge surrenders unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? In other words, any person who has surrendered his life for the service of the Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, has come to the point of perfect knowledge. This much we know ourselves. We studied it so many times, millions of times by now. The result of perfect knowledge is that one becomes detached from materialistic way of life. No problem. This is the result of perfect knowledge. That means I don't have a perfect knowledge. Right. This detachment means complete control of the senses. Again, I'm failed. Which are always attracted by material enjoyment. The senses of the devotee becomes purified, and in that stage, the senses are engaged in the service of the Lord. At this stage, the senses are engaged in the service of the Lord. This is the complete field of devotional service. Now, the next verse, Krishnadas, can you go to the next verse, please? Thank you. 7. Yadruchayopapannena vartamano gruhashrami tasya bharya kuchailasya kshut kshama cha tatha vidha. So the first word is very critical. Yadruchaya upapannena. Yadruchaya. Of its own accord. Upapannena. By what was obtained. So he was interested only those things which came of his own accord. And nothing came of his own accord because he was very poor, he did not have food to eat. Still, he was holding his controlling his senses. He was in perfect knowledge. Vartamana existing Gruhashrami in the householder life, in the householder order of life, household order of life. Tasya Bharya Kuchailasya, Tasya, of him, Bharya, his wife, the wife, Kuchailasya, who was poorly dressed. Shut, from hunger, Kshama, emaciated, Cha, and Tatha Vidha, similarly. So, of its own accord, by what was obtained, he existed in his household order of life, household order of life. And his wife, of the poorly dressed Brahmana, she was also from hunger emaciated, like him. She was fatigued from her hunger. Because whatever food was obtained, she gave it to her husband. She was poorly dressed. The wife of the so living as a householder, he maintained himself with whatever came of his own accord. The wife of that poorly dressed Brahmana suffered along with him and was emaciated from hunger. She did not give him divorce, did not fight with him. And whatever money, whatever food came, she gave to him first. So she always remained hungry. And the last verse here, Krishna 8, thank you. Pati vrata patim praha mlayata vadanena sa daridram sidamana vai vepamana bhigamya cha. So here, faithful to her husband, Pativrata is the first word they've been mentioned in Bhagavatam. She was very chaste, faithful to her husband even in this situation. Patim praha, Patim means to her husband, praha, she said, mlayata, drying up, Vedanena, with her face, sa, she, daridram, poor, sidamana, dressed, vai, indeed, vepamana, trembling, abhigamya cha, abhigamya, approaching, cha, end. So faithful to her husband, she said, drying up with her face, she, poor, distressed, indeed, trembling, approached end. So the translation is mentioned by Srila Prabhupada's disciples that the chaste wife of the poverty-stricken Brahmana once approached him. Her face dried up because of her distress. Trembling with fear, she spoke as follows. And we are not, okay, Krishna, you can stop now, thank you. So in the purport, the Sridhar Swami's reference is given, saying the chaste lady was especially unhappy because she could not obtain food to feed her husband. So she was unhappy. And further, second point, she was fearful to approach her husband because she knew that he did not want to beg for anything other than devotion to the Supreme Lord. Prabhupada mentions this. This is the sign of perfect knowledge. But although the Brahmana friend of Lord Krishna was a householder, he was not busy accumulating wealth for very comfortable living. Therefore, he was satisfied by the income which automatically came to him according to his destiny, with hardly anything. This was the sign of perfect knowledge. Nothing else perfect knowledge. No amount of Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, memorizing of the verse will give us knowledge. This is knowledge. Perfect knowledge. But what is this? A man who is in perfect knowledge knows that one cannot be happier than he is destined to be. In this material world, everyone is distressed, destined to suffer a certain amount of distress and to enjoy a certain amount of happiness. The amount of happiness and distress is already predestined for every living entity. No one can increase or decrease the happiness and of the materialistic way of life. The Brahmana therefore did not exert himself for more material happiness, but he used his time for advancement in Krishna consciousness. Right, go and tell this to your family. I am not going to worry about in Krishna consciousness. Right. Even the children will forsake you. Even you will forsake yourself. Oh God. Externally, he appeared to be very poor because he had no rich dress and could not provide a very rich dress for his wife, and because her material condition was not very opulent, they were not even eating sufficiently. Thus, both he and his wife appeared to be very thin. The wife was not very anxious for her personal comfort, but she felt very concerned for her husband, who was such a pious Brahmana. She was trembling due to her weak health. Prabhupada writes this. And although she did not like, I'm hungry, sorry, excuse me. So, and although she was trembling due to her weak health, and although she did not like to dictate to her husband, she spoke as follows: I cannot go any further in this pastime. Don't expect this pastime from me. It is very difficult for me. It is just too much for me. All right, I need to take a break. I need to go in my yoga nidra for at least couple of months. When I wake up from my yoga nidra, I'll think what is happening, what happened there, what am I supposed to do? I'll eat some nice prasadam, full fit, and then I'll start to think about what to do. And I'll give you some nice bhashan afterwards, okay? But it's not for me, it's for you to follow. I'm very happy to eat, sleep, sense enjoyment, and do big bhashan or nothing like this. Okay? Thank you very much. Sudama Bhakra ki jai. Shri Krishna ki jai. And we have not even touched Krishna. We have not even touched. Imagine this situation. Just see. Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead. And we all know his personal friend, he played with him. He was in this condition. And he was happy in this condition. And what was Krishna doing? Oh, he was living in palaces. He had 16,108 wives. All of them in palaces. He had a lot of riches. He had not all riches of the world because everything was his. Everything is his. He had nothing to give to Krishna. They could not eat themselves. Think about it. In our pastime that we have studied, we have heard, this is mentioned. They are very poor. Means what? They didn't become poor one day, in 2 days, or 7 days, or 15 days, or 20 days. Very hard. Anything you want to say, please? Feel free. Save me. Please save me. I require help. Hare Krishna. Shri Gurudev ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Yes, anyone wants to say anything, please feel free. Or you require time for your yoga nidra too. I require time to think what's going on here. You woke me up. I was living in my nice world in cuckoo's land. I thought I'm a devotee. I'm having this and earning this and having that, and only prasadam I'm eating and nothing else, and all these things. But what is this going on? And somebody said Krishna had only two friends, right? Arjuna and Sudama. Of course, he had only two friends. What do you think? He'll have multiple friends like this if he's like this. Oh God. If his criteria of being a friend is this, then what are we, man? He'll have very, very few friends, is it not so? This is Krishna. As one devotee told me, he sent you to Kashi, man. You become devotee of Krishna. First thing he will do is send you to Kashi. That means he'll take away everything from you. You're done for, finished. Then you depend upon Krishna. I said, now you are talking. Now we'll talk. Yeah, I talk to you. I see you. Yes, we'll be in ICU straight. After this. But we can ask for Krishna. Hey Krishna, I'm in distress condition. You help me so I can chant your rounds nicely. It's difficult otherwise. But then when he gives you, you must chant your rounds nicely. That's another thing. Hey, it's going to be wonderful. Krishna is great, but I'm voting. But you promised me you chant nicely. Yeah, I'm chanting. But I'm very sorry. Eating. Oh, my mind is distressed. Yes, Krishna, I'll chant nicely tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. Sorry, this is how we will do it. Making all mockery of everything. First class devotees. So I call myself, I'm a 5-star devotee. I require a full plate of prasadam first when I wake up, and then only I'll talk about Krishna. I'll do Garjana for Krishna. Not simple shouting and screaming for Krishna, but I should be having a nice plate full of prasadam. Yeah. So you can pray to Krishna, please help me. I'm yours, you are mine. Everything is yours. If you think it is okay, please support me, help me. I'm in a distress condition. So I can think about you. My family can think about you. That's what Sudama did afterwards, but he did not. He went to meet Krishna. He went as an ordinary person. He did not go with, hey, where are you? Stay aside. I'm Krishna's friend. Nothing like that. He was torn clothes. He could hardly even walk then. And he could not even give gift to Krishna. So when he decided to go, okay, we'll go, he told his wife, at least give me something to gift. So she ran around, she found nothing there. She went to the neighbors or Brahmanas, said, can you please give me some cheap rice, something to. So they gave him cheap rice. Cheap rice is what? Poha. Yeah. He said, give this to Krishna. And put in a potli, put in a packet, and he went. Oh God, in Krishna's palaces. His Dwarka. His Dwarka. And he thought, Hare, they will not allow me to go inside. I'm going now, but I'm telling you, he was telling himself, I'm telling you, the guards will kick me out. Oh, my torn clothes, what will you do? What will I do? They will kick me out. They will not allow me to go inside. He knew, he thought about this. Correct. I'm going now. Okay, but totally my wife is so kind. She's having big dreams and all these things, and they have all distressed for my family. But I'm telling you, I will not be able to meet him only. Do you think meeting Krishna is so easy or what? Meeting Krishna is so easy? No, it is not so easy. But it's very easy for devotees like him who live like this. So Krishna they've got 3 layers of security. 1 round, 2 round, 3 round. With other Brahmanas he went, Sudama running, what is this? All this, thalak, security guys. He was just, nobody touched him. Nobody touched them at all. Why? Because guards were instructed, they knew. Krishna's friends are like this only. Krishna's friends are not some very Garjan. Hey, I'm Krishna's friend, I'm very rich. They're all like paupers. कुछ भी नहीं होता. They depend upon Krishna everything. Hey, Krishna is there. They're all afraid. Don't worry about it. It's okay. He says no, I'll go away. He was ready to run away. Halfway he was ready to run away only. If the guard would have said no, he can't meet you. Okay, no problem. Don't disturb me. I'm going. I'm running away. He would run away. This is how he went. This is how he went to approach Krishna. This is how he went to meet Krishna. But the guards, nobody disturbed. He said, hey, 1 entrance, 2nd, 3rd entrance. Oh my God, nobody. Because they know. They were instructed. Guru Maharaj said this point. Because the guards were instructed by Krishna. Any Brahmana comes, they know how to see a pure Brahmana, not someone who's dongi, who's a dongi Brahmana, not that way. Who's a pure Brahmana, they knew, understood. They did not bother him. Supreme Personality of Godhead walking into his house, walking. Not with opulence, without opulence. Completely pauper, nothing, no food to eat. Gift given by neighbors. Carrying in a potli, small handkerchief bag. Dirty. On the side, excuse me, and he goes, big 16,108 palaces, huge. Can't even count. He enters. And what does Krishna do? You see, Krishna, he enters in the palace, one of the palace, because Krishna is everywhere, no? But enters Rukmini's palace by chance. And nobody stopped him because he's the Brahmana, devotee of Krishna. Nobody should stop my devotee. Krishna says this. He walks in. And Krishna is nicely enjoying on Rukmini's bed, sitting at a distance, far distance. Krishna is boss, you know. He's our Krishna, you know. Why will he not be opulent? He's very opulent. He's sitting nicely in bed of Krishna. And then in enjoyment, he sees, who runs, Sudama? Hey, you come. What are you doing? You embrace him, Sudama is fainting. What's going to happen here? What are you doing? I'm nobody. Where are you? What are you? I haven't seen you for a long days. That, you know, sit down. This is how it happens. More of it, don't ask me. Okay, Hare Krishna. I just wanted to did not stop it at that sad state. I wanted to show Krishna's love. So I said this point. It was very intense for me, Prabhuji's, Mataji's. I cannot share. I told my family, I'm very stuck in this. I'm going to speak something very intense. It's very hard for me. Please excuse me. I don't know how it is good for you, but it is very hard for me. But I could very hard. So, Krishna recognized straight away from distant. He was enjoying. He ran. Said, hey, my friend has come. Sudama has come. Sudama Vipra has come. Yes, that is our Lord. That is our Krishna. He should recognize us as a devotee. We should not tell Krishna, I'm a devotee. Yes, there is no harm to ask. Ask. Guru Maharaj says, don't ask material things and all. In distress, ask. I'm yours, you're mine. I'm surrendered to you. Protect me if you feel so. But please help me in a way that I can increase my devotional service to you. Please, I do not know whether I go left or I go right. I do not know. When you come to that stage, ask for help. He'll help you. This is a secret for devotee, but don't share this secret. It's an open secret, but don't share it with everybody. When you come to a stage where you do not know, I go left, I go right, what do I do? How do I solve this? What do I do? So raise your hands. I'm yours, you are mine. Help me to protect my devotional service. I can increase it. And when it does so, then increase your devotional service. That's why I said preaching. Do preaching. Dedicate your life for preaching. This will support you in every way, shape, and form. I'm a nobody to you, and I will remain nobody eternally. But I'm telling you this, preaching will help you. If you accept it, up to you. Don't accept it, up to you. Because then Krishna will say, Hare, my preaching will stop, man. Unnecessarily this person will be distressed further. My preaching will stop. You don't think like this. You say, I just want to help. I just want to help myself. Help me, please. So yes, done. What do you want? Given. I just want to just make sure this is done. There's no problem. Hare Krishna. So Lord Ram, Guru Maharaj said, Lord Ram said, I'm when Vibhishan came, to surrender to Krishna, to Lord Ram, Guru Maharaj said this. So he was asked the question. So be careful, is Ravana's brother who has come. So Lord Ram said, what about Vibhishan? Even Ravan comes now and surrenders to me, I'll accept him. So this is a devotee definition. Okay? Please excuse me. Please help me. Please pray for me so I can understand this and implement in my life and perform some devotional service and come out of my loftiness of doing big bhashan every week as if I'm some big kind of Ponga Pandit. complete nonsense I am. Hare Krishna. Anyone wants to say anything? Please feel free. Hare. So before I go, tell me, is this name of the topic is correct? What name was? Could we discuss a bit of it? A perfect devotee is one. A perfect devotee is such that from whose description devotional service becomes defined. Is it not so? By studying these 2 or 3 verses of Sudama, devotional service is defined. This is devotional service. Is this correct? Definitely. When I read this, I said, this is the topic name. I want to give this topic name. I just wrote like that. It just came to me. When I was studying this, I said, oh, wow. Very intense, man. I couldn't understand myself. What is this? And I was just studying like this, just like that. It was just a stop, pause, word to word. Oh my God. And this way, and Prabhupada wrote, oh my God. And poof. Fall. So good topic. Topic name is correct. What do you think? Was judgment of you? Topic name is right. Okay. I can't see you, but anyway, hopefully it's fine. Yep. Anyone wants to say anything? Any questions or anything for now? Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for narrating this pastime. It's very instructive and eye-opener as well. So, yes, Prabhuji, actually, the topic name was very appropriate. I was thinking. So, yes, it reminded me, actually, I was thinking on a similar point. I was listening to Srila Prabhupada. And in one of his lectures, he said that when you try to become Krishna says, he said, Srila Prabhupada, that when you try to become a devotee and at the same time desire material opulence, you are a fool. and actually, I rewinded again. I said, did I hear it right? And again, and the same point, Srila Prabhupada said. So those things doesn't go hand in hand. So I was even actually start thinking, then what is Yukta Vairag? We always say that, we try to. So maybe we misunderstood. I misunderstood, actually. Yes. So even actually when I was preparing for the class, actually in Nectar of Instruction, I think it's the second verse where we're actually discussing about over-endeavoring. So I read Srila Prabhupada's lecture, and Srila Prabhupada he said the similar point where he says that over-endeavoring means, you only accept whatever come on its own. You should not actually, go or run behind it or overwork. So at that time, I thought, oh, maybe you just do your 8 hours work and you should be okay. But here, he said that you don't work at all. You totally depend on Krishna, as a Brahmana. I don't know, Prabhuji, my interpretation is correct. Maybe this is maybe particularly for Brahmana, or maybe I think depend on you where you was position. Maybe Grahasthas maybe still required to work.
No, don't say Grahastha Brahmana is like this. If you want to become Brahman, you're very close to Krishna. This is what you should be doing. Otherwise, you can be Vaishya or Shudra or a Kshatriya. No problem.
Yes, yeah. But you cannot.
But then you have to work more hard.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, please.
Yeah, Prabhuji, then you cannot become a Brahman staying in a Grahasashram, or you can still become by the following the instructions, you can still become a Brahman then.
Yeah, but he was Brahman here, Sudama. I don't understand the question.
Yes, yeah.
Sudama is a Brahmana, he was a householder. What's the difference? It is mentioned as a householder with children and family.
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
But this is the definition and implementation of what a Brahmana should be doing. Yeah. This is what it is. Arjuna the Kshatriya, king. So when he said, oh no, I will give up this war and I'll become a Brahmana, I'll beg. Begging is better than fighting with them. Remember this verse?
Yes. Yeah.
The second verse. So Krishna says, he said, I'm confused now. He said, better to be begging, living life of begging than to kill my own people. Yet, he says, yet I find that the same people whom I am wanting not to kill are ready in front of me to kill me. Because it's very intelligent, Arjuna. So I don't understand this paradox, this confusion. Why are they not feeling this compassion for me? That's when he says, my lips are drying up, my throat is drying up, my skin is burning, I'm putting my Gandhi away. Now I'm so surrendered to you. At this point, on this question, Arjuna, Krishna says, talking big learned words like a Brahmana, you're talking, a Brahmana talks. Foolish. Arjuna wanted to become Brahman. He said, how can you become Brahman? You are a Kshatriya, man. You see? By nature, you are Kshatriya. You cannot be a Brahmana. So you fight. So Arjuna fought for Krishna, his qualities. So that is the reason why it is very important that we should understand where we fit in. I asked this question to some very big gurus too. I couldn't. So Vaishnava means what? All this, we are all above everything. I said, yes, but then how is it we fit in? So we have to understand what our position is. Otherwise, we're always very confused. You're Brahmana, but you're still a Vaishya, doing business as a Brahmana. So it's fine, you can. Then what are you doing? What is the Brahmana meaning, of wearing Brahman thread? So this is where things are very hodgepodge. It became Riman Hazard because these are not mentioned. Strictly we follow this time. So if you are a Shudra working for somebody, you're a Shudra. That's what you get. You have to give 8 hours. You have to get money. You maintain the family. You have to do such things. If you are a businessman, you should do this, must take risk, etc., etc. Kshatriya, administration, you have to do this. But in Kali Yuga, all this is very mixed up. But everyone is a householder. But true Brahmana is this way. So I answered the question also if somebody has, how to live life? If you cannot live life like this, it's very austere, Okay, you got the answers?
Yes, Prabhuji. I think, need to think because, I think it's a bit difficult topic to digest. Yes, Prabhuji, yes. Thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Shital Prabhu, for sharing your points. And yes, it is very eye-opening. And what we heard from folklore is very different. And this pastime, as I said, that is very, very famous. Even in Sikh religion, in the Gurbani also, there is a song about that. Chad Singhasan means Lord Krishna left his throne and went to receive Sudama. So it's yes, Prabhuji. But the points that you shared, Prabhuji, is very, as you said, it's really special mood and of Guru Maharaj to study verses, and these points are very eye-opener. I remember Srila Prabhupada shared in one of the purport that this is a special mercy of Krishna, because when he takes away everything and you become a kinchan, or a kinchan vitta is Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada gave his example that it's happened to him, that he was in household, he was a businessman and business was going good, but he was thinking that he will earn more money and then he will do preaching and fulfill his Guru Maharaj's order. But Krishna has different plans. So his business gone down and everything is not very good. So then Srila Prabhupada gone share this example that then he left everything and went to Vrindavan and done everything. So yeah, I was thinking that this is a special mercy, but are we ready to receive this special mercies? It's very, very yes, we have to think and realize those points that whatever comes on is accord, and we don't work for it, like we don't go for it, like to achieve. So it's very difficult. And the one question leading from the from Sheetal Prabhu's point, Prabhuji, can I ask that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that the Brahmana and you gave the example, go Brahmana hitaya cha. So Krishna didn't say that go Vaishya hitaya cha or go Kshatriya hitaya cha. So he specifically mentioned Brahmana. So as you said, that Brahmana is very close to Krishna. So so if we are in our doing our occupational duty or whatever, whichever one we have or we are in, definitely we can't change it, because like Arjuna, you gave the example that he wants to become Brahmana, but he can't. So so we are allowed to do household, like, because we are in Grihastha ashram, so we are doing jobs or business or whatever, but we still become Vaishnava. So is Vaishnava is because it's above all four varnas, and so what's the position Brahmana and Vaishnava, probably?
Yeah, this is a Brahman here.
Yes.
And he's a Vaishnava. He's actually a Vaishnava who's a Brahman. Do you understand this? A Vaishnava actually is this, who are completely dependent upon Krishna. Full stop. Anything else is wordplay. So he's a Brahman, yes. Sudama Vipra means Brahman. But actually he is a Vaishnava. That's why they said a Vaishnava can take the position of a Brahman also, Kshatriya also, Shudra also, and Vaishya also, if he wants to. If there's a need arising. He does it for the time being and comes back to his position. Which is a very advanced position of a Vaishnava. This position, once somebody achieves, then he can be doing any of these things. He can take a position of a Kshatriya also, Vaishya also, Shudra also, and a Brahman also. But we misunderstand to think, oh, I'm a chanting Hare Krishna, I'm Vaishnava, so I can do any of these things. No. Because there is no question of sense control. We discussed that point. If you have perfect knowledge, then you can sense control. If we don't study only, then what sense control, what knowledge we'll get? There's no question of digesting the knowledge.
Yes.
Here we have got pitching programs, so we study and we discuss this, and new topics are discussed. It's benefiting us. That's what is the meaning of benefiting us. You understand this, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
So Prabhupada does mention this, that Vaishnava is above everybody. This is the meaning of above everybody. You should be following the like Sudama Vipra.
Is it for preaching purposes? He can do it, right?
Yes, he can be of any position. He can take any position. But a Vaishnava, by its definition, is completely dependent upon Krishna. But if your nature is that of doing something, Vaishya mentality or Shudra mentality, then in Shudra you do your work, money is given to you. You say, I'm doing more work, give me more money. Vaishya is where it becomes a bit tricky because you're doing business. You have to create something out of nothing. So you have to do over endeavor also. So the idea is not to be attached to the results. That is a simple way of following this. But internally, we are very simple people.
Yes.
Because without over and if you have a nature of a Vaishya or a Kshatriya, you have to get things done. So how will you operate this? This is how it is. Results not up to you. Working up to you. This is a philosophical understanding you must know. Guru Maharaj would always say this. Working is in your control, that's it. Results not in your control, is in control of Krishna, full stop. Up to him. Be satisfied in the action, not the results. So for that, a Vaishya has to take risks all the time. A client may say no, a business may say no to the business if he doesn't take a risk. A negotiation going on, they walk away. So all these things, the risk is there. So okay, I'm taking the risk. It's good for the business. Transcendental. Wants to go. Krishna is in control. Done. Move. Next client. Attach says, oh, this, that. Attachment of any kind is false. That's the point.
Yes, Prabhu.
So nature is very. But there are devotees who are Brahmanical like this. They are like this only, exactly like Sudama. I've seen it. They talk like this, they act like this. Even if they do business, they do everyone takes away. He doesn't know, doesn't understand, doesn't care. We had this. I've seen it.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for clarification. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, okay. Anyone else want to say anything before we conclude today? Okay, looks like we have concluded today. No more questions.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Can I ask one more question?
I'll try to answer. It's difficult for me too. I'm not a Pandit. Yes, please. Although
Thank
I
you.
show myself to be one, but
Now, this is in relationship with what we are currently discussion that is going on. Like, yeah, you said that you have to identify your own position, where you fit in.
yes.
But is that to what stage? Because you said at the end, when you retire, or whatever, when you choose to retire from all these material duties, and you want to become fully, engaged. So how you behave at that stage? When you give up your own nature and try to become
No. This is before that. This is now. We have to identify where we are.
Yes.
Otherwise, how will you earn your money?
So yeah, that's what I'm asking. So once you're done with this, once you retire
understood
from
all
this
those points,
activity,
you're done. You're retiring. Then you're just being a devotee. You're Vaishnava. Be detached about everything.
so you have to be like a Brahman.
You have to.
You have to be like a Sudamana, then a Brahman. You should
Not
actually.
necessarily. You won't be able to because that age is against you.
Okay.
See, there's a difficulty. Age will go against you. Back pain, headache, eye ache, this ache, that ache, all these aches will come to you. Then you cannot be underfeeding yourself. You get my point?
Yes, Purush. Yeah.
So our thing is in Kali Yuga, in this age, especially this age, it is said that 50 years you must retire. Even that is going to be very difficult to retire. Post-COVID. Very difficult to retire. It's going to be even more. But next year you will know why. 2026, this age, this time in December, you will understand why. It will be difficult. But the thing is this, that while now that we are in our time, we may not be able to follow Sudama Vipra's example of living life like that, in that poverty. Voluntary. This is called voluntary poverty because he can do things, but he waited for his karmas to work, and that's it. I'm using my time to be Krishna conscious. If you can do it, very good. If you can't do it, then understand your nature and work accordingly. Because you have responsibility for your family also. Okay, so now Vipra's wife is not everyone's wife like that. There will be different wives. Wives may have different needs. Children have different needs also. They'll kick you out nowadays. At the time they're thinking about your food, they say, no, I'll think about my food. No, what is it? Get out, you go, Useless father, useless husband, all those things, So you have to do things anyway, and according to your nature. But that is the reason why Guru Maharaj told me that you retire every day. Every single day is a day that we don't do performance or devotional service, is waste. It's gone. Full stop. Every moment we spend time in front of television enjoying ourselves is gone. Or mobile phone, gone. Anything else, gone. And non-devotional activity is gone. You cannot be proud of it. I'll do whatever I want to do. No, this is wrong. You are reading your next life, you are wasting time. So whatever, so that means is that our position, we are in our position. We have grammatical skills, Kshatriya traits, Vaishya traits, yeah, or Shudra traits. So wherever we are, if we do our job and act according to that, we are very happy, we are comfortable. The problem happens when we have got Shudra traits, but we want to come to the platform of a Brahmana. You will not be able to do so because they are highly intelligent people. To understand nitty-gritties, they could understand the foresight like Sama Vipra. They could have control. Not everybody can do so. Okay. So it is very critical that we identify this very quickly and we are satisfied at this stage and we proclaim to say, this is my position. I will understand, I'll try hard to move in this position, continue with this and earn my livelihood and be for both men and women, both, all of them, same thing. And when the time is right for you to retire, you will then, because your work is not involved there, job is not involved there, then you can spend more time in devotional service activities there. Because our job is so busy, devotional activities, so busy by itself, we have no time to do anything else. You understand this on retirement time? Okay, is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
It requires introspection. So this one will be fine. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. We should conclude now. If you all have any questions further than this, then probably we can put a point, and if we have more questions, next week we can have a discussion further. Okay. Right. So who started saying Maharaj? Maharaj, please hear us.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. It's my turn, Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. कैसे हैं आप जी? ठीक है जी?
मैं ठीक हूँ, Prabhuji.
Very nice, very nice. So please, आराम से स्टेचिंग करेगा, and we'll follow you now. Okay? 1, 2, 3, start.
Maharaj, Maharaj, please hear us.
Maharaj, Maharaj, please hear us.
We have learned some real good stuff.
We have learned some real good stuff.
Maharaj, we have learned one thing.
Maharaj, we have learned one thing.
And today for you we will sing.
And today for you we will sing.
If our room is clean,
If our room is clean,
then our mind is clean.
then our mind is clean.
If our mind is clean,
If our mind is clean,
do anything.
we can do anything.
If our room is dirty,
If our room is dirty,
then so are we.
then so are we.
And if we are dirty,
And if we are dirty,
we're not happy.
we are not happy.
Wasting time
Wasting time
is the greatest crime.
is the greatest crime.
Because wasted time
Because wasted time
means a wasted mind.
means a wasted mind.
So best use your time
So best use your time
when you're in your prime.
when you are in your prime.
And your whole life
And your whole life
will be sublime.
will be sublime.
If your wealth is gone,
If your wealth is gone,
there is nothing wrong.
then there is nothing wrong.
If your health is gone,
But if your health is gone,
that's a different song.
that's a different song.
If your character dies,
But if your character dies,
then the world will cry.
then the world will cry.
Only saintly behavior,
Only saintly behavior,
that's humanity's right.
that humanity thrives.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
We must always remember Krishna
We must always remember Krishna
and never forget him too.
and never forget him too.
But how are we to practice it with so many things to do?
But how are we to practice this with so many things to do?
That is the greatest question.
That is the greatest question.
And here's the greatest clue.
And here is the greatest clue.
You must learn to look so nicely that Krishna remembers you.
You must learn to work so nicely that Krishna remembers you.
So listen very closely.
So listen very closely
And make your thinking sharp.
and make your thinking sharp.
Let's learn how we can live and work so Krishna won't depart.
Let's learn how we can live and work so Krishna won't depart.
If something's due tomorrow,
If something's due tomorrow,
finish it today.
finish it today.
Whatever's due today,
And whatever's due today,
do it now, don't delay.
do it now, don't delay.
Your friends might be lazy
Your friends might be lazy
or doing bad
or
things,
doing bad things,
but you think again,
but you think again,
don't follow them,
don't follow them,
and you win in the end.
and you will win in the end.
Whatever work we're given,
Whatever work we are given,
we do our very best.
we do our very best.
We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
This is how to live, to work and to play. You learn to live this way, you see Krishna every day.
This is how to live, to work and to play. You learn to live this way, you'll see Krishna every day.
But when our time is up, he'll take us up above. We'll sing and dance with him with a heart full of love.
And when our time is up, he'll take us up above. We sing and dance with him with a heart full of love.
So chant Krishna's name, his glories and his fame. His only way this world will ever become sin.
So chant Krishna's name, his glories and his fame. It's the only way this world will ever become sane.
Now please ask this greatest question.
Now please ask this greatest question
And find this greatest clue.
and find this greatest clue.
You can only remember
You
Krishna
can only remember Krishna
if Krishna remembers
if
you.
Krishna remembers you.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai.
जय श्री गणेश महाविष्णु गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय, जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री निताई गौर चंद्र प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रसाय भूतले श्रीमती महाविष्णु गोस्वामी नामिने, नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रसाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने, नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रसाद निर्विशेष शून्यवादी प्रसाद सारिणे। Hare Krishna. So hopefully, if you do not have any questions, latest by next Wednesday, if you have questions or something to share about today's class, please write it down. I don't expect any questions. If there are none, no problem. We'll continue with the next week's program separately. Okay. But if there are a few more questions, then we'll see if we need a question answer session for this, and then have the beginners program after that. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, dear devotees. So we'll see you next week, same place, same time. Till then, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you very much,
Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, thank you very much.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you
Krishna
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare